Good afternoon. I'm Cheryl Davis, Hays County League of Women Voters Co-Vice President of Voter Services. Due to some technical difficulties at the October 4th Forum for County Courts at Law, number 1, Judge Robert Updegrove was unable to participate. This afternoon, we will be giving Judge Updegrove the opportunity to answer the same original questions. This recording will be posted on the League of Women Voters website, www.lwvhaysco.com, on the Candidates Forum page under the Events tab. Judge Updegrove, will you begin your opening statement?
Yes, ma'am. My name is Judge Robert Updegrove. I'm known around the courthouse as Judge Up. I presently sit as judge in County Court at Law number 1. I was elected in 2010. I've served 12 years, and I worked with both Republicans and Democrat judges. I've handled tens of thousands of cases. I believe that justice is something that you cannot put a price on. Access to the courts is another thing that you cannot put a price on, and I think that access to judges is very important. I believe that no matter who you are, you deserve the opportunity to be heard. I hear criminal cases, civil cases, probate, family law, mental health, guardianship, and juvenile cases, and I am presently the juvenile board chairperson. In 12 years, I've worked with 6 judges. Hays County needs to have stability in this court, and again, I ask for your vote this November.
Okay. Judge Updegrove, how could the cost of judicial administration be reduced?
Well, I don't know that the cost of judicial administration can be reduced. I think that the cost of justice is something that has to be borne by the community. Everybody deserves access. Everybody deserves that opportunity to have their case heard, and the cost is not relevant to justice. I think that no matter what justice is, it needs to be done, and the cost that's associated with it is something that we as a community have to bear. I don't think that we're really that big of a burden on the judicial system. Our office has 3 judges. In 2010, I was advocating that we needed a 3rd court. I'm advocating now for courts 4, 5, and 6. The growth of the community has caused us to have such a backlog that we can't fix it without more judicial time.
Thank you. Question number 2. What do you perceive as the greatest obstacles to justice, if any?
The greatest obstacle to justice is probably access to the courts, knowledge of what goes on in our courts. We try to educate people. We will go out and speak at all kinds of things. However, as a judge, we're limited in what we can do. We can't just be on one side or the other. We can't assist somebody at the detriment to another person. But I think that our problem with justice is that we can't get to it quick enough. And as we increase the number of cases, in the past 5 years, we've disposed of about 35,000 cases. And so we're doing our job in resolving cases. Our problem is that there's just not enough judges.
Thank you. Question number 3. What factors are considered in setting bail amounts for defendants?
The statute says that bail is to be granted in most every case. There's a few exceptions. We look at lots of things when bail is set, whether or not that you have ties to the community, the risk to the community, the ability to make bond. We look at a lot of things when we do it. Bail is not supposed to be a punishment. Bail is just to protect society and to make sure that somebody attends court. Presently, we don't do a lot of magistration as judges here. The county courts at law don't. The JPs used to do magistration, and the commissioners have set up a magistrate's office, and there are presently 3 judges doing that, and they have an opening for a 4th, which will be filled shortly.
Thank you. Question number 4. Do you think judges have an obligation to improve public understanding of the courts?
Absolutely. Our job is to make sure that people have access, that they know that the courts exist for them. We're here as people to serve the community. That's all that we do in our jobs. We hear tons and tons of different types of cases, but what we're doing is to make sure that people have access. And the only way that people can have access is that they know we exist. I know that several of my fellow judges went up and talked to the university. We go out and talk whenever somebody asks us to speak about something. We are always trying to improve our access here and for ability to people to come in and see us.
Thank you very much. Yes, could you please give us your closing statement?
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
ahead of myself.
No, I probably did that when I sped through things. I want to thank everybody for the opportunity to come here. I want to thank Hays County for the opportunity to serve here as a judge. I want to make sure that people understand that they need to look through the ballot. They need to get to know their candidates. They need to vote for a better Hays County, whether it be me or someone else, different judge down the line. I have proven myself over the past 12 years. I've worked with Democrats. I have their support. I'm supported by Republicans. I haven't worked with them. I have the support of law enforcement. I believe that justice and access and that jail is not always the answer. The cost of it is something that we need to bear. And I ask people to vote for me in November.
Thank you very much. Now we can conclude the forum for Judge County Courts number 1. Thank you very much, Judge Updegrove, for coming today.
Not a problem. Thank you all very much for the opportunity.
Thank you.
It was nice.